In the coming storyline, Salem is about to be shaken by a mystery that begins as a clever marketing moment but quickly spirals into a terrifying crisis. Stephanie Johnson, who has been living a double life as the best-selling author Anastasia Sands, stands on the edge of a triumph that she has worked so hard for. Her first book, One Stormy Night, was an unexpected hit, turning her into an overnight literary sensation. And now, with her second novel right out complete, Stephanie prepares to step out of the shadows, ready to reveal her true identity to the world. But Stephanie's new book is more than just a story, it's a warning hidden in plain sight. In Right Out, she writes about a mystery novelist who vanishes on Halloween, leaving cryptic clues behind and sparking a town-wide search. At first, Stephanie described it to her friends as just a fun, suspenseful fiction idea. But as she talks more about the plot and the emotional threads woven inside it, there is a sense, subtle but undeniable, that this story is a reflection of something deeper, something that feels too close to her real life. Her friends don't catch the symbolism immediately. Her parents, Steve and Kayla, are just proud of her. Alex Kyriakis is excited for her but cautious, sensing Stephanie may be pushing herself too hard. But the audience watching begins to realize that Stephanie may unknowingly be foreshadowing her own fate. The haunting possibility that Stephanie might reenact the events of her own novel begins creeping into the background of the storyline, almost like a shadow moving just behind her. As Halloween approaches, Stephanie prepares to unmask herself as Anastasia Sands. Reporters gather. Publicists hype it up. Fans buzz with curiosity. Salem begins to celebrate one of their own achieving something big and beautiful. But after the reveal, Stephanie vanishes. Not gradually. Not quietly. Suddenly, almost violently, she disappears from her home, her phone left behind, her plans for that night abandoned mid-thought. And instantly the town splits into two beliefs. Some think it's a stunt, a very on-brand publicity move for an author who just revealed herself as the mysterious Anastasia Sands. After all, the timing feels too perfect. A disappearing novelist right after the reveal of her new book about a disappearing novelist? For the public it feels like a clever marketing trick. But Alex Kyriakis knows better. He insists Stephanie would never disappear without telling him that she would never weaponize fear, not his, not her family's, to sell a book. His voice carries worry that quickly spreads to Steve and Kayla. They feel something cold and wrong in their bones, a parent's instinct that cuts through any logical interpretation. Stephanie is missing and something bad has happened. Before long, Salem PD is alerted. Jada Hunter steps in, ready to investigate, and almost immediately, one name rises to the top of the suspect list. Jeremy Horton. Jeremy has already exposed a part of himself that Salem cannot ignore. The truth about his history, his explosive temper, his abusive past with a former partner, has created a dark cloud over him. The night Stephanie disappeared, Jeremy was in a volatile emotional state. After Jada rejected him, he lost control, picking up a Halloween pumpkin and smashing it to the ground with such force that even bystanders stiffened. This wasn't just frustration. This was rage. A glimpse of something darker simmering beneath his polite smile. So when Stephanie disappears, Jeremy quickly becomes the easiest target. His past, his temper, his connection to Stephanie, they all form a dangerous, compelling picture. Jada, armed with knowledge of his violent history, begins her interrogation. She watches him closely, searching his eyes for cracks, for guilt, for signs he knows more than he's saying. Jeremy insists he's innocent, his voice shaking with a mixture of honesty, fear, and indignation. He denies everything. He swears he hasn't seen Stephanie, hasn't spoken to her, hasn't followed her. But there's a lingering question. Is this the voice of an innocent man falsely accused? Or the voice of a guilty man who learned to lie long ago? The truth is unclear, and the writing hints at two possible paths. In one path, Jeremy becomes the villain. The man with a hidden obsession, the man who snaps after rejection, the man who takes Stephanie captive in a deranged attempt to regain control of something in his life. The other path paints Jeremy as the easy scapegoat, the misunderstood man with a troubled past, wrongly accused while the real kidnapper lurks somewhere else entirely, watching the chaos he created.